Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time, we did some boring stuff. This time, not boring stuff. At least we get some cutscenes and some plot development today, and character development too, so that's nice. If you remember from a few episodes ago before I dicked
What
around...
do you all think? Joachim Mizrahi the lunatic? Was Daddy really like that?
Momo was kind of upset by
Since
Junior
Daddy
saying it.
built us, does that mean Realians are bad people too?
Momo, we were looking all over for you.
Hello, Xion.
What's wrong? You look kinda down.
Xion, I was created by Joachim Mizrahi. He designed the 100 series Realians back when the Federation funded him.
I know.
Xion, Daddy wasn't a lunatic. I don't even know what I am.
Identity diffusion.
There's a lot of issues with
The
identity.
eternal dilemma.
People, Realians, cyborgs, androids.
Do you know about the environmental bugs on board this ship? They're
Environmental
actually
bugs.
nanomachines, you know? Used to keep enclosed spaces like this clean. I'd say that of all the things Professor Mizrahi or anyone else created, they rank up there pretty high.
No
These
doubt.
bugs may be man-made, but they function as if they've existed all along. Almost as if they were meant to be. I think Realians are the same. The only difference between us is the length of our histories.
It's
But
a good
regardless
interpretation.
of our origins, each one of us has an important role to fulfill in this world. Besides, I really doubt Dr. Mizrahi was a dangerous person like everyone makes him out to be. And it's not just because of the environmental bugs. The work he did on Realians was incredibly insightful.
The fundamental Gnosis research Professor Mizrahi left behind played a critical role in the development of modern anti-Gnosis technology.
Thanks for the backup, KOS-MOS. I'm really glad to see you react like that. Empathizing with the feelings of others is a major factor in human relationships.
Although I do not believe that the current situation called for me to act in an empathetic manner, I am pleased to be of service to you.
I think KOS-MOS is really funny.
She is rather, isn't she?
Too bad she doesn't take instruction very well.
That she
I
doesn't.
never got to meet Daddy. But he used to talk to me all the time before I was born.
What a strange line to have to say.
It's all a little hazy, but I remember him telling me that I could become a real person if I did good deeds.
That doesn't
Really?
sound like a bad person.
That's a wonderful memory to have.
No doubt.
Chief! Great news!
I remember this
After
name.
the ship arrives at the Kukai Foundation, they're gonna take us to Second Milsha.
Second Milsha? Really?
Nice.
Apparently, they have some work to take care of out there. The captain's still whining about repairing the Elsa, but...
Some work? I wonder...
Huh?
Well, I'm sure they've got their own reasons. But don't you think it's a little strange that everyone's heading for Milsha?
That is kind of weird.
Not really. It's probably just a coincidence. I'm just glad we saved some money. Not to mention that this ship's 1,000,000 times better equipped than the Elsa.
Yeah.
And we'll have nothing to worry about if we run into the Gnosis again.
1,000,000 times the size,
Hey,
too.
Speaking of which, did you check out your room? They all have jacuzzis and mini bars and... Hey, what's wrong, Chief?
Nothing. I'm just jealous of how easily swayed you are.
Yes, he is. And rather funny, too. Anyway, with that being said, that's all for the cutscene there. Looks like some of the 100 series Realians around here, they're not just used and abused. They have free time and they get, I'm not sure if they're encouraged to, but they get a chance to wonder about the nature of their existence and all these other really cool things. Yeah, basically they freed up a room for us. It's the one I mentioned a few episodes ago. It's got a red carpet. If you go in the residential area, you take the first left and go all the way to the end of the hall, and that's where that one is. I'll be going there off screen. Technology would not have developed as far as it is. Yes, she is. Thank you for cheering me up. Is there anything over here? There is nothing that I can do over there. Now that we're in this area, there are a couple of things we need to take a look at and talk to you. The more important and interesting NPCs seem to be around this area. Some of them have some interesting stuff to talk about, and they're actually retrospective, and they think about things instead of just telling you things about the plot. Only Realians on board. Poor you. Anyway, up here, I haven't talked to you yet. Yeah, I can imagine. Now, over here, I don't believe we can get this yet, can we? No, there will be a sparkle here later on once we've talked to a certain NPC, and then there'll be a sparkle there, and that's a decoder, I believe. But we can't get that until, of course, we see that, so... Anyway, regardless of which door you choose to head out, there is now an email here. This is the dividends from the one that we just sent. 72,000, which is why I'm not worried about money at all right now. And we don't need to download anything from that, so that's good. Now let's head on out. Now, as far as I'm aware, if you responded Alchema to that investment and did not obtain the FB shot yet, you should receive it somewhere around here. At least that's my guess, because it's listed in the email fact before this one, and this one obviously comes almost right after. This one you will get, always get this one, but this one is a reply from the last thing we said about the intruder in Vector, and if we said it was on the cargo ship, we will get the item that we got here. We get a code disarm key plugin. Now, the other two options give you, I think, 4,000 G and 8,000 G, or they give you some money for the other ones. It might be like 20,000 for each of them. I can't remember. But anyway, basically, we've caught the guy now, so that's good. The Snake Charmer hacker. And they give him a name and all this other stuff. I haven't really been paying attention. Basically, hacker went in and hacked some stuff, and now he is caught because of the advice that we've been giving. Anyway, let's see if he puts his skills to better use. Maybe. Or maybe it won't. Who knows? It's completely closed for now. Key point is for now, because something else will pop up with this later on. Anyway, you do want to make sure that you download this decoder. Do note that I think it was this one. Was it from this one? Yeah, I believe this one also gave you a disarm code key plugin. This is a different one, and you actually need two of them for later on in the game. You don't need them as far as I'm aware, but I figure I might as well get them so I can show off why they are useful. Anyway, we want to go to the residential area, and I'm going to go there off screen, go to that room I mentioned, and as soon as you go in there, you'll be given an option to take a nap. I forgot. Yeah, there's one more email. But I cut out that backtracking. Anyway, it's just another advertisement. I guess that should be 39. As long as you have 39 emails by now, you're pretty good. Let's just throw on fast forward. We'll walk the rest of the way on screen. Why not? There's a little bit of a dialogue in here anyway. Alright, and she automatically will walk that by herself. I think I'll call it a day. Best to rest when you're tired. We should turn in for the night. And because we turned in for the night, we have more cutscenes to deal with. Yay! At least it's nice. Would you look at that? Is that the Foundation that they've been talking about? Now, I haven't really been checking, even though I began the little counter gag in Xenogears.
So that's the Kukai Foundation.
But this is the
They
point
sure know how to spend their money.
where they
I can't
really
wait
get
to see
into
the
it.
Durandal turn into a skyscraper.
In
It's
this
so
game.
beautiful.
What? We're going to dock just like this?
This ship's supposedly one of the most famous landmarks in the Foundation. I saw it in a travel guide on the Elsa.
Oh, really? I'd never know. I don't check out vacation guides very often.
Oh,
Somehow
look,
that doesn't
we're
surprise me.
docking.
Speaking of which, docking sequence! There may have been some others in the game so far, but I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention because I was waiting for this point, because this is the big one. And, yeah. Anyway, we get a huge docking sequence here, but this one's pretty damn cool. Now, in Xenogears, they used it a lot to kind of show the ability of the animation and all that stuff, and it's doing exactly the same thing here, but it's a lot cooler in this case because your ship becomes a skyscraper and comes through the water. That is badass. So cool. Not to mention the Durandal looks pretty damn cool as is. Would you look at that? It's like a floating planet almost, or part of a planet. This colony sure has a lot.
Wow.
Look at her reaction.
New Year's Eve is the best time to visit.
I'm
the
sure.
evening metropolis is quite a sight to behold with all her lights.
Guinan Kukai,
Yes.
the managing director of the Kukai Foundation.
Junior?
What was that?
He does have similar facial structure, I guess.
Nothing. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Kukai Foundation.
Well, thank you. 669.
I heard about
Why
your
does he have
situation
numbers
from
there?
Captain Matthews in Chaos. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. Thank you for all your help.
Enjoy your stay.
What's wrong with me? Acting so rudely towards someone I just met.
And you must be Momo. I've received word from Yuri Mizrahi of the Contact Subcommittee. We'll make sure you get to Miltia safely.
From Mommy?
Right. She told me to take good care of you.
Can I talk to her?
Well, she seemed pretty busy.
Oh, I see. Why doesn't Mommy ever want to see me?
I'll let you know as soon as I hear from her again.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's an interesting scene. We have seen Junior's hand, right?
No, it can't be.
What are your eyes glow? What's going on here? How come everyone has secrets? I'm pretty sure we already saw the cutscene with Junior
That
and
android
seeing his
KOS-MOS.
hand.
She's got an incredible amount of potential, you know. There's
Yeah.
no way she's just a prototype. I'm also concerned about how she resonated with the emulators.
The Hilbert effect. I heard they lost the archetype, but it looks like there's more to this than it seems. And don't forget about her engineer. What was her name? Shion? I think she might be onto us. And our powers.
Oh,
No
there's
way.
busted.
She's just an ordinary human.
Yeah?
She might not be as ordinary as you think.
How do you
doubt
know
it.
that? Yeah, we have
She
seen
seems
his hand.
normal enough to me.
666.
I guess it's possible, though. After all, she's involved in the highest classified part of that project. The same one Helmer's involved in.
Helmer? Have we seen Helmer yet? I don't think we have.
The Zohar Project.
Ah.
Listen. Why don't we lay off the Mizrahi talk for a while?
Concerned about that Momo girl.
Don't look at me like that. You think she likes being called the child of a madman?
Probably not.
After all, we were both there when Mizrahi finally met his end. We
Really?
saw what happened. You know that girl's a Realian. her memory might be imprinted with something.
So
Something
you're
like
saying
what?
the image she holds of Mizrahi is a false one?
I don't know. That's why I want you to lay off when you're around her. At least for now, anyway.
If you're that concerned about her, why don't you invite her down to the beach? I'm sure it'll help take her mind off of things.
Man, I told you, it's not like that.
Junior's rather hot-headed, isn't he?
Hey,
What's this?
What's going on here? Get something
Man,
interesting.
it's a stainless steel finished Makalov! With the original box and everything!
I won it at a Lion's Heart auction. It was part of their antique weapons collection.
There's another Final Fantasy VIII reference,
This
I
isn't
guess.
like you. You're up to something.
He's always up to
Not
something.
at all. I just thought I'd reward you for all the hard work you've done for us recently. Have I gone too far?
We don't know much about him yet.
Don't go shooting that thing all over the place. Remember, you're older than I am.
Wait,
Try
wait,
to act
what?
like it once in a while, all right?
How is older? What?
Sweet!
Junior's such a child. But what I was trying to say about, you know, he's always doing stuff like that, even though we don't know him, is that voice kind of commands that presence, doesn't it? At least to me it does. But then again, Crispin
open.
Freeman's voice is just incredible. In fact, he plays multiple characters in this game. We'll talk more about that later.
Chief, we better get going soon.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Maybe it's just me, but you've been acting gloomy ever since we boarded this ship.
A little bit.
No. Really, it's nothing. What? You really think I'm acting like that?
Yep. No doubt about it.
Alan reading into things?
See?
Go
Just
figure.
like that.
Oh, I just have a lot on my mind. I'm sure that's all it is.
Are you sure? If something's bothering you, I'd be more than happy to listen.
Of course you
Hey,
would.
Shion! Let's go out and play!
And he's older, yeah.
I'll
He's a
wait for you
child.
over at the shuttle launch, so hurry, okay? See you there!
Wait. Bye. I guess that's what we're doing next. And Alan has no idea what's going on, which pretty much makes sense. Anyway, the launch pad, basically, they're going to the dock. So we need to go to the dock as well. I think, like, in the guide that I've been following for this, they've recommended to avoid, we'll go this way, avoid buying anything from this shop until this point. I'm assuming they're just doing that so you don't run out of money. But this shop does have new items, and we do need to buy some of them, so let's do that now. We want to get a pair of rider gloves for Chaos, Platinum Rod for Momo, the Rook 505 for Junior, which I guess kind of spoils the fact that he's going to be in our party. Or, well, at least we're going to use him again. I guess I spoil the fact that he's going to be in our party, but it's pretty obvious, so. Anyway, and we want to get some better armor for KOS-MOS and for Ziggy, and you can buy more space helmets if you want. I don't really care all that much for it. We do have a new accessory, the sniper goggles, so let's get a couple of those. We'll be extracting that skill later. We have enough of those, don't need any of this. And here we can get some bullets. I don't know if we need to buy bullets for this gun or if it comes with them, but I'll buy some anyway. And we finally have something of use for Shion's Shockblade. Shockblade is not just a better attack than Lightning Blast or Thermal Blast. Not only is it a piercing attack as opposed to a hit attack, it also has cartridges to put in there. And these cartridges are what we see right here. So this inflicts power loss on machine types, armor failure on machine types, physical attack down on biological and Gnosis types, and physical defense down on biological and Gnosis types. I will probably be using one of those two most of the time, but I could use one of these as well. Sure, why not? Basically, buy one of each. These are quite important. You definitely want to have them, and you will be able to equip them alongside her existing weapon pretty much at any point. Let's just take a quick look here. We only have the one character for now, but I do want to show off that this one uses slow against machine types. This is the one she came with by default. These are all the other ones. As you can see, they're just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I'm going to go with the physical attack down, physical defense down. It really doesn't matter all that much. You're not going to use these in normal encounters. It's more for boss fights than anything else. I guess I might as well give her the new armor here, wherever I put it. Battle gear, there we go. That's a little better. Now, that's not the only place we can buy new items. There is another, and that other one is an area we need to go back to anyway. So, for doing that, let's just get ourselves... I'll make sure I know where I'm going. Get ourselves out of here. This way, hop back on the train, and we need to go talk to Junior Captain Doc. There we go. Now, once you talk to Junior, you get a bunch of party members back. Unfortunately, not all of your party members, and I'll tell you why that's unfortunate in the next episode, but let's talk to you first. You're going to go and do some updating, whatever, and he needs to report to the committee, so he's not going to come with us to do what we're doing. Let's talk to Momo real quick here. Guinan's private beach, huh? Talk to him. Listen to Junior, forget our worries for a while. Still under construction last time I was here, so it'll be fun to actually get to see it this time. Awesome. Let's hurry and go to the beach. I'll show you around. Now we have all of those characters, but not those two. Unfortunately, this means that we don't get to take KOS-MOS to the beach. However, we do now have access to the Elsa, meaning that we can go and do some other things. We can return to a few places. We can also use the EVS if we want to go back anywhere. I don't think we need to at the moment, do we? Segment file. No, we don't have anything else we can go unlock at the moment. But that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode. So yeah, next time we'll talk to Captain Matthews and figure out where we can go. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.